welcome back, Leo. Leo, your cards for the month of April are Messenger of Water, which is the Page of Cups, and Wizard of the Woods, and it says focus. It is a number 5, it's a 50, so I feel lots of change going on for you here. You also get beneath the deck the Moon card, and to me there might be some fears that are holding you back, I feel, Leo. So 6 of Water, Wizard of the Woods. Your reading is odd. And I said, when I put them out, I thought you're raring to go, but not. Because you've got all these wands, you show up, but you show up in the reverse, right? And then your advice is like taking action. So for some reason, you are feeling discouraged is what I feel about something. About something that you feel is not a victory. Or maybe you are tired, Leo, thinking, I don't know if you're being hard on yourself. I think it might be something to do with the past, here with the Messenger of Water. Maybe an incident in the past or something in the past, messaging or whatever. But you are not feeling victorious, or you are not seeing the bounty of who you are, Leo, is what I'm feeling here. You're not seeing, maybe you're just going through a negative time, and that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself for that, but do confront it, Leo. You have the 9 of Wands in what could be working against you, and that's exactly it. The 9 of Wands is about, it's the wounded warrior energy, and you might be only seeing the woundedness, not the warrior part. So maybe that's what you need to think about. What have you learned from whatever this experience is, or all your experiences? And why are you not seeing yourself as victorious? We are all victorious in some way, right? And now it might be something that didn't work out, and so you are, you've got this big picture thinking, I know, in the reverse. It's kind of like, it will never work, right? It's that kind of thing. Something didn't work, or you did something that was not to your standard, to your liking, or something didn't work out. But instead of you saying, okay, I learned from that, you are, it looks to me like putting yourself down. You've got your other card here in the reverse. 7 of Wands in what could work, what's working for you, Leo, is standing up for yourself. And I feel like the person you're standing up to is yourself. It might show up as you having to stand up to something, to someone, for something. But I feel like you are being your own worst enemy at the moment, Leo. Now you show up here in the reverse, and it's just saying that you need to check. There's something about your self-esteem. Nip that in the bud, Leo. Let me tell you something. We all go through moments where we feel negative about ourselves or something, right? Just nip it in the bud. Look at it, confront it, and say, okay, what is truthful thinking here, and what is me just being harsh on myself? Whatever's true, okay, what do I do to change that? And where am I blowing things out of proportion? How do I heal that? How do I... But just looking at it helps you think, okay, I am blowing things out of proportion here. Or, or, because there'll be a bit of that, and there might be some truth in, okay, maybe I slacked on this, or maybe I do need to learn the skill, or maybe I can do this differently. Whatever it is, it's just a bit of looking at that and saying, okay, what do I have control of? I can change that. I can do something about that. But definitely you are not meant to be putting yourself down, right? Because what I'm seeing here is a loving approach to this situation is to, you know what, this moon here, this moon that I'm seeing is being gentle on yourself, is saying, hey, I'm a mystery. Life is a mystery, you know, And all of us are learning. All of us are learning. So what if I made a mistake here? Or so what if that didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out? What did I learn from it? What did I learn from it? What was in my control? What was out of my control? What can I change in the future? Or what is just circumstance? And what is me blowing things out of proportion and being hard on myself unnecessarily? Just look at it like that, instead of what you've got in around you. And it could be for some of you Leos, you've got someone around you who is maybe being nasty or has said harsh words to you. Yeah, we'll see when we get, this could be your negative thinking, and it could be somebody else's harsh words. You have the Seven of Cups, as your advice, you've got the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. You might be overwhelmed by too many options, and that might be it. It might be that you've been taking on too many things, or I feel very much that your thing is about focus, because this Wizard of the Woods is right next to the Seven of Cups, suggesting that there's a bit of your energy is a bit dispersed. It's a bit all over the place, Leo, and maybe you need to bring yourself towards yourself. These cards are saying that let's look at the how as we unpack this further, right? This card is saying focus. This card is taking the bull by the horns. It's saying focus. But it's kind of like maybe you need to deal with all these options first. Trust me, I understand that. It's like even when you're building something, like I'm busy with self or soul, and there's so many possibilities, and honing that down is sometimes hard. But trust your walk, trust this, that the shadows, the moon is there as a guide, that unknowing leads to knowing if we are willing to explore it. I hope that makes sense. It's not a bad thing. It's just part of the process of life. And I feel what you're doing, Leo, at the moment is being hard on yourself. Maybe being a bit woe is me kind of thing. Blowing things out of proportion in a way that's hurtful to you. Maybe just a little bit of that, Leo. I just want to say, because you're a Leo and you are represented by the sun and strength and joy and all that, doesn't mean you don't have hard times. In fact, I would say, or doesn't mean that you don't get low. I know this for myself as well, even though I'm not a Leo, but I generally have a sunny personality, but I can also get very blue. And it's both of those things are part of who we are. But when we get blue, I feel we must be careful not to be too hard on ourselves, just allow it to pass. And learn from that time. Well, why am I feeling blue or whatever? Sometimes we just need to ride it, and sometimes it's pointing us to something, like in this case. Very interesting reading. You've got 9 of coins in the reverse. Maybe you are wanting some kind of independence, and you're struggling with that. Sometimes money stops us from being independent. It's part of the process, Leo. It's part of the process. You have at the center here, you have, with the 6 of Wands, you've got the 10 of Wands. Maybe you are taking on too much, and you need to be honest about that. It's senseless taking on too many things and not saying no, and then you become overwhelmed. So I feel that the root of your feeling unvictorious is you taking on too much. It's caused maybe a bit of heartbreak. For some of you, there might be a heartbreak. Some kind of, it could be a person that's caused you heartbreak. And this could be a relationship where you took on too much and you gave and gave, Leo, and it's caused heartbreak. And I feel like this coming in your what could work against you is you dwelling on the pain rather than the lessons, dear hearts. And sometimes we have to feel the pain, But don't compound that by being hard on yourself. I'm going to just take one more. For some of you, it could be a Gemini that you are dealing with. For some of you, it's definitely love. Maybe love from the past. Then there's an air sign showing up again. Maybe something that ended, or Taurus. Yeah. There's Page of Cups. So someone that you cared about. Maybe a relationship didn't work out as you'd hoped it would, for some of you. And I think in that relationship, it became a burden for you. What's working for you is the Ace of Coins with the Seven of Wands. I feel, Leo, you need the courage, gather up the courage to stand up for yourself in something. For some of you, it is this idea of saying, no, I can't do all of that. You need to look at yourself. I'm a human being. This is so much that I can do. I can't do all of this. And I feel like that's what the focus is. So Leo, maybe you need to, if it's love, maybe you need to shift your focus to you and what is your abundance. What is building your, say, career or your sense of stability. It's kind of changing that focus, I feel. Because that Ace of Coins is like a lump sum, or like something solid, let's say something solid. But also, if it's love, what's in the past and what's in the future. But standing up for yourself, for what is your value, for your value. Maybe that's what you need to do, Leo. What is my value? Think about what is your value and start. It's like the Judgment card, looking at what your worth is, from a positive perspective. No, I'm not even talking about all this looking at what needs to change. That can also be done in a positive way, but I feel you are juxtaposing this with this pain from the past. Okay. Yeah, and even if it's, like that can apply to work as well as relationships. What is my worth? What am I worth? So I've studied this, I've done that, I've created this, I've supported that one with that, I've been able to do this. Okay, if that's my worth, what am I getting right now? Okay, is that enough? Am I doing too much? How much is that too much that I'm doing? What am I capable of doing? What should I be doing? What do I want to be doing? And finding your path from there. What values my worth is another question. Okay, I'm just throwing a whole lot of questions that you can think about there, Leo. You show up with the Strength card and the Five of Cups. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go of things that are not serving you anymore, Leo. You don't owe. If something is hurting you, you can let go. It's almost like you need to focus on the 2 cups, the 2 eggs that are whole instead of the 3 that have spilled. It's like you feel that is more than that, whereas this is more. That's broken and not usable. These are usable. So this can talk about love, because this is the 2 cups from the 2 of Cups, and that can be love that didn't work out, a relationship, or it could be work stuff that didn't work out. And this is what you focus on. I feel you need to be thinking about, maybe your big question is, Leo, what makes me happy? Maybe that's the underlying question, and you can throw all these others in because they are the symptoms, but the root of it is what makes me happy, because I think something's not making you happy. And here with the King of Swords, there's this thing of cutting through. There's that's King of Swords and the King of Wands. I feel like it's going toe to toe with a harsh energy. King of Swords can be deception, can be lies, it can be some harsh situation. It could even be an institution, right? Because it's about the head, but it's in the reverse, something that's unfair. And it's like reminding yourself of your crown, of you being the King of Wands, right? However you identify, reminding yourself of your worth helps you stand up for yourself and your worth in a way that comes from a place of confidence. And that's your focus. Here with the Seven of Cups, you get the Eight of Wands. There's this communication that's needed. I think it's related back to that Seven of Wands there. Here, that you need to communicate. And you get the Seven of Coins, which is about patience. I think you've been patient, and it's almost like it's now time for you to speak up, to gain clarity about something. For some of you, it could even be you being your own worst enemy, where you maybe take on too much, you can't say no, and just taking on too much, my dear Leos. Pull back. Taking on too much doesn't make you more important or more valuable to people. Sometimes people just take advantage of that, and maybe that's what you're needing to think about. And for those of you Leos who this is you, this King of Swords is you, talking trash to yourself, just drain that in and think about the situation in a different way, all these things that I've said. For each of you it will be different, but I'm going to leave it there, Leo. I hope this has helped you. And I send you lots of love. Bye.